Casting Henry Cavill as Lion-O in a live-action ThunderCats movie could actually be a perfect choice, especially since it would capture a key aspect of the character. The ThunderCats franchise began in 1985 with an animated series about a group of cat-like humanoid aliens. It ran for 4 years before being canceled, but that didn't stop multiple reboots from emerging over the years. A live-action movie was even in development back in 2010, but it never received the green light. Fast forward to 2021, and Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard confirmed that he's working on a new ThunderCats movie. According to him, this project is a childhood dream come true, and he's dedicated to staying true to the original 80s designs. While the official cast and release date remain under wraps, a fan-made ThunderCats trailer imagined Henry Cavill as Lion-O, and honestly, that casting choice makes a lot of sense. Henry Cavill as Lion-O wouldn't just work in theory, he would bring the physicality the character needs. His muscular build has already been showcased in multiple action-heavy roles, most notably as Geralt in The Witcher. That role demonstrated not just his impressive physique, but also his ability to embody a powerful, battle-hardened warrior. Since Lion-O is a towering, lion-like figure with a strong presence, finding an actor who can match that energy in live action is no easy task. However, Cavill fits the bill perfectly. Of course, it's not just about looking the part. ThunderCats is packed with action, meaning whoever plays Lion-O will need to handle intense fight scenes and stunts. That's another box Cavill checks. His stunt work in Mission Impossible Fallout, especially the brutal bathroom fight scene, proves his capability. On top of that, his experience with sword fighting in The Witcher makes him more than capable of wielding the Sword of Omens. If anyone can bring Lion-O's combat prowess to life in a convincing way, it's Cavill. That said, casting ThunderCats won't be easy. Wingard has made it clear that he wants to stay true to the original cartoon, which means recreating the unique, almost surreal character designs in a way that doesn't look ridiculous in live action. Many animated-to-live action adaptations have struggled with this. Dragon Ball Evolution, anyone? And ThunderCats will have to find a balance between practical effects and CGI to make its characters look right. One thing the movie absolutely must avoid is the kind of unsettling CGI seen in Cats, because no one wants a repeat of that nightmare. Interestingly, a live-action ThunderCats movie was also planned back in 2011, but was scrapped before it could happen. Some test footage still exists online, showing a young Lion-O in action and giving a glimpse of what could have been. This time around, practical effects like makeup and prosthetics might be the best way to bring the characters to life while keeping CGI from overwhelming the production. While some animated series don't translate well to live action, ThunderCats has a solid chance, especially with Wingard at the helm. Given the impressive CGI work in Godzilla vs. Kong and its well-executed story, there's hope that ThunderCats could finally deliver a live-action adaptation that does the franchise justice. Henry Cavill being fan-cast in almost everything is nothing new. Some fans even roll their eyes at it because of how often his name gets thrown around. But when it comes to Lion-O, the casting actually makes sense. After skyrocketing to international fame as Superman, Cavill has been a fan favorite for countless roles, sometimes in ways that don't even make sense. One of the wildest examples was conceptual artwork imagining him as Magneto in a live-action X-Men '97. His constant fan casting even led to him making a surprise cameo as Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine, something fans had been hoping for years. Speaking of which, Cavill's Wolverine cameo was a fun moment, but his next big movie franchises are shaping up to be even more exciting. That's part of why ThunderCats might be a tough fit for him. There's no doubt he'd crush the role. He's got the build, the skills, and let's be real, the 1985 version of Lion-O even looks like him. With a sharp jawline and angular face, it's easy to see why fans keep pushing for him in this role. The problem? Cavill's schedule is packed, which might make him too busy for ThunderCats. It's been 3 years since the live-action movie was announced, so hopefully there will be some updates on the cast soon. The recent resurgence of ThunderCats in comics, particularly through Dynamite's ambitious reboot, could be a game-changer for the franchise and might even benefit the live-action movie in more ways than one, with fresh additions to the lore, such as the fierce new villain Scorpius in ThunderCats. The Lost Number 2, the franchise is proving that it still has plenty of untapped potential. Henry Cavill being fan-cast as Lion-O might seem like another case of fans overusing his name, but in this instance, it actually fits. Not only does he have the physique and skill set, but the 1985 version of Lion-O bears a striking resemblance to him. However, with Cavill's busy schedule, his involvement in a ThunderCats movie remains uncertain. That's where the comics come in. By expanding the mythology and introducing new elements like Scorpius and Apex, Dynamite is laying the groundwork for a live-action adaptation that can go beyond nostalgia and offer something fresh. The ThunderCats comics are already proving that there's an audience hungry for more. Dean Shee and Drew Moss have delivered a modernized yet faithful take on the franchise, bringing in characters like Palicki, a ThunderCat-turned-traitor, and Apex, a darker version of Lion-O. The positive reception of these new additions suggests that a ThunderCats movie could draw inspiration from this material, making it more than just a retread of the 80s cartoon. If the live-action movie takes cues from the comics, it could benefit in multiple ways. First, characters like Scorpius could serve as a fresh, cinematic-level threat that hasn't been explored before. Second, the comics' world-building ensures that the ThunderCats story has a strong foundation to build on, instead of simply relying on nostalgia. With Dynamite successfully attracting both old fans and new audiences, the movie has a chance to do the same, especially if it embraces a balance of classic elements and new twists. If everything falls into place and the ThunderCats live-action movie actually happens, it has the potential to be visually breathtaking. The original animated series didn't just have great characters like Lion-O, Cheetara, and Panthro. It also had epic action sequences and a rich, fantastical world that would look incredible with modern VFX. From stunning landscapes to intense battles, filmmakers would have plenty of material to work with. A great starting point for the movie would be the pilot episode, Exodus, which sees the Thunderians escaping their doomed home planet, Thundera. Imagine an opening space battle with today's cutting-edge CGI, ships being torn apart, the mutants of Plun-Darr in relentless pursuit, and the ThunderCats barely making it out alive. It would immediately set the stakes and introduce the main villain, Mum-Ra, in a truly menacing way. And that wraps up today's video. To stay updated on all the latest movie news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. By doing so, you'll stay in the loop with all future updates. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one. Also, feel free to leave suggestions for future videos in the comments below.